I'm on my way to Boracay. Let's go see what kind of fun we can find. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, which is an unfortunate time to leave. It's too early to probably get an air-conditioned bus, but it's already so hot, it's kind of late for the unair-conditioned bus. We'll see how the ride goes. The buses aren't bad. Here's a jeepney we don't want. That looked crowded. You just stand here and there's 2 or 3 different buses that come this way. One will get me all the way where I'm going. One will get me halfway and then change. So we'll see how it goes. We're here at the bus stop. It is not an official bus stop, but it's some stores in front of people's houses and you can buy peanuts. It's just on the mountain. It's actually a nice break. They make really good peanut brittle, candied peanuts, hot, real spicy peanuts. They got the cacao, the natural cocoa, some with peanuts. That's actually really nice. Picked up some peanuts for the road, and when she gave me the change, she gave me a free bag of peanuts. So, hey, can't complain. San Jose bus terminal. Not the best bus terminal around, but it does mean we're halfway there. I'm just leaving the terminal building to catch one of the boats. The process is about the same as it was before. I'm getting on a boat, so I'll talk to you about it later. The terminal building is rather nice, though. I give them that. There's our boat. It's about a 10-minute ride. Where the bus drops you off now, way down from the terminal building. It's not hard to get to, but they just dump you off the bus and there's nobody and no signs and nothing to tell you what to do. I've been here. I recognize the terminal building. Everyone else was standing around looking confused. When you leave, you also catch it here. When you come in, they have a single line you have to get into to fill out the little check-in form that says how long you're going to stay. They verify your hotel reservation before they let you buy your boat ticket. So that part has actually gotten easy. They were supposed to do a lot of that before and never did. The boat ticket is still 3 separate fees, but now they do it at one window, so it's much easier. It used to be 3 separate lines, 3 separate windows, and it was really much more complicated for the tourist than it should have been. This was a good improvement. They put in this floating dock. That's the dock we used to always go to. Now we come to this one. Not sure why, but here we are. So there's all the drivers are going to attack me here in a minute to try and tell me where I need to go, but I already know where I need to go, so I will ignore most of them. It's a very good thing that I knew where I was going because the driver did not, and he had to stop for directions 2 times, and then I finally got out and walked the last part. Kind of a hike down from the boarding house. I'm not at a hotel, I'm at a boarding house. They're much cheaper, but farther from the beach. We'll see how it goes. This is my first time back since they've reopened, and one of the first things you notice is no beach chairs. The big lounge chairs with umbrellas, they are no more. The restaurants cannot put tables out. There are still a few of the commissioners, the people selling, but not as many. No sand castles, none of the professional sand castles, no fire dancing. So it's kind of different. It's not as clustered on. They had a lot more going on the beach, but it also kind of clogged up the beach. So maybe this will be good. When I first read about some of the changes, I was against them, and I'm undecided at the moment. do think the sandcastles are good because the tourists love having their pictures taken with sandcastles. But I just made it to the beach. We're going to wander around. Sea breeze. It is without a doubt the best buffet on the beach. They have tables, but they don't seem to be open, man. There's like a little buffet over there, but it looks like just hotel people eating here. Really a bummer. I'm gonna have to ask what's up with this, because this was like the best. They were doing big steaks and all kinds of stuff, man. This is Hap Chan. This is like some of the best Chinese food. Oh man, anywhere. This is amazing, and it's part of this whole sea breeze. What's the name of the place? Henan, Henan. I don't know how you pronounce it, man. Nothing's open. My favorite stuff is still closed. Kind of sucks. There's a lot open, but my two favorite restaurants aren't open, and they are all part of this same place. So, and it's a big joint. I thought for sure they'd be able to pay whoever they needed to pay to get open. I guess not. I was at the bar, so I missed sunset because, well, sorry, I've seen the sunset here and it's nice, but it was happy hour, so, you know, fuck that. But we just missed the sunset, and all the boats over here are parked. All these sailboats used to go out and do sunset cruises because it's so nice to see the sunset from the boats. And actually from here, when you're looking at the sunset and there's boats everywhere, it was freaking awesome. But it looks like there's no sunset cruises now. Maybe they'll come back one day, I don't know. They've changed a lot here, and in a way they've really kind of fucked it up, man. No commercial sandcastles. So those big giant sandcastles that say Boracay and have the date and all that the tourists love are not allowed. Who comes up with these rules, man? There's some dumb stuff happening here. It's really unfortunate. But the tourists are still here, and I guess the ones that have never been here don't know what they're missing. Well, they just stopped playing soccer, football, whatever. But one thing I've noticed, I was complaining about the no sandcastles, no fire dancers, no chairs on the beach. But people are actually using the beach more. They're walking the beach, they're playing on the beach. Maybe I was wrong. Who knows? It's happened before. Not very often, but you know, sometimes it happens. Because used to, as soon as it got dark, the beach was empty. Oh, it's probably way too dark. But anyway, this was a last-minute trip, and I forgot some stuff, man. Like, I don't have my waterproof camera, my underwater camera. I didn't bring any sandals, man. No slippers. I got some tennis shoes on. What the hell's up with that? I did not pack very well. I gotta go buy some sandals now. Poor Timmy. It's not that bad. You know, if that's the worst thing that's happened today, that's a pretty good day. Life's tough all over, man. I'm here in D Mall. Not sure how the lighting is. Might work. We're going to take a look around. We'll come back tomorrow during the daytime, of course. I
I will be back here at unbox tomorrow because I'm going to need some fried chicken.
I think we've all seen pictures and videos showing the war zone Boracay during all the construction. Most of that is gone now. They've actually got most of it done. There is still some construction in the way. There are some empty shops. There are some holes still being dug. But for the most part, they've got it really fixed by now. Give them another few months and you'll never know they tore it up.
Some stuff is still closed. Most of it seems to be open. There's some construction going on still. But, you know, they're getting there. They're trying to make improvements. My Inasal is very busy. Olay is not doing too bad. We had an Olay in Iloilo for a time, but it just didn't catch on. I don't think we have enough foreigners there to eat that food. They added some rice meals, but it just wasn't enough. I am kind of looking for some slippers, but not real seriously. And 45 is the largest they have everywhere, and I need 46. Well, I take that back. I found one place with 46, but they were black. I can't wear black. I need like something bright, purple and yellow and green and actually multiple colors. I mean, I like them bright and crazy. Oh, is this that? Yeah, this is that barbecue joint I like, isn't it? I think so. I should eat dinner here, but I already ate. How many dinners can you eat in one night? We're just wandering, kind of looking for slippers, kind of don't care.
This is the view from the roof of the bed and breakfast. There is a beach there. There is a beach there. I do not pretend to know the names from here. That is White Beach. That is something that's not White Beach. I don't know. Never been on this part of the island. It's kind of interesting. You can see it's kind of a residential neighborhood. There is some construction going on there. There is some construction going on here. They're working on stuff. So it's a little rooftop patio they're renovating. There's a shower. There's little lounges. It's just a place to hang out. This is their yard. Got some pathways in there. We'll go down there and look at it. It's a little garden. We are the highest roof in this area anyway. They have a nice garden out here. Their whole yard's done up with paths and benches and plants. It's not professional landscape, but they do a very good job taking care of it themselves. It's actually nice in the afternoon just to relax. I was going to do a quick video from the roof, but the wind is really loud. So we're just getting started this morning. It is 7:30. Why am I awake at 7:30? I don't know. Anyway, we're up. Not sure what time I'm going to go wander around. The only problem with being this far from the beach is if you go out for part of the day, if you want to come back in the evening to change and clean up for the evening's entertainment, it's a long way back. That's kind of a bummer, but not so bad. Last night I took a tricycle out of here because I wasn't sure how far it was to anywhere, but ended up walking back. Because you do so much walking out up and down the beach anyway, the extra 2 kilometers to get here, because it's about 2 kilometers to the beach. I figured the extra 2 kilometers wasn't that big a deal. And it was actually cooling off a little bit because it was close to midnight. So it's just a nice little walk. You get some odd looks from people because I guess they don't expect us to walk. A lot of offers for rides. All the single motorcycles and tricycles kept offering me rides. So we're gonna go see what kind of trouble we can get into today. I see jammers in my future for lunch. That's the plan anyway. Maybe Kurt and Mags for dinner. It's a really good German place. When they closed the island, I remember seeing a farewell party for them, so I think maybe he sold it. I'll have to look into that. The room is not bad. It's nothing like spectacular, but it's a decent sized, serviceable room. Got a mini bar, fully stocked with the, the honor bar stuff. Of course, I buy my own at the Sorry store because, hell, I'm kind of cheap. I use the refrigerator, I just don't use their stuff. It's got a little desk. Sorry about my dirty clothes laid out, but I have to kind of let them dry before I put them away. And bed's really comfortable, real thick down comforter, real nice. Bathrooms, standard Filipino bathroom, but it's got a water heater, which, in the middle of the night, that water gets cold, so the water heater is kind of nice. It's a decent room. Each room has its own bath. I wasn't sure, being a bed and breakfast. I've been in some bed and breakfasts that you share a bath. And of course I do unpack into the wardrobe because I'm not a savage. Most anywhere you go on the island here is a 20 peso ride in the tricycle. It's a shared ride, so they will pick up other people, kind of like a jeepney. 20 pesos will get you to the pier. But what they do for foreigners is they will pick you up and give you what they call a special. And they will pick you up and no one else. So, in effect, you're actually just paying for all the other seats in the tricycle. So you're not really getting ripped off. People say, man, they charged me 100 pesos, whatever, they ripped me off. No, they're actually giving you the whole trike to yourself, and you pay for the whole trike. So it kind of works out the same. You can do a shared ride, or you can take a special. If you're in a hurry, the special is not bad. Generally, I go from the pier to the beach, and I'll stay on the beach the whole week. The hotel's on the beach is on the beach, and I don't look at any of the rest of the island. I purposely stayed off the beach so I have to wander around the island more, and I'm actually enjoying it. I'm finding some neat little touristy stuff that's not in the normal areas, and also some of the odd residential stuff that tourists are not going to find. I've really enjoyed just wandering the island. The main road is very busy because it's kind of the only road through this section. You can see there's still road construction, sidewalk construction, and a lot of building construction. So it's a bit messy right now, but it's actually better than it used to be because the road was more narrow and was always really packed. So they're making improvements, it's coming along. Hopefully they can continue the improvements without closing the island again, because that really hurt a lot of people. Coming into the touristy areas, some will go see what's at the beach, do me some shopping.
The button on my camera sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. I have to really watch and make sure it's recording. And you just missed that whole conversation because I thought I was recording it and I was not. One of the guys, there he is right there in the striped shirt, come up trying to sell me a tour package. I said, no, thank you. Then he offered a different tour package and I said, no, I'm fine, I'm just going to Andox. He's like, okay, no pressure, no nothing. So that was cool. And then he saw that I had brand new shoes, so he said, oh, are those new? I said, yeah. He says, give me your old ones. And then he laughed and walked away. But he'd have probably taken them if I offered them. But we got they've really cleaned up. There's not as many of the, what they call the commissioners. The guys working on commission, the hawkers, you know, ma'am sir, here's a boat, here's a, you know, all those guys. There are not as many of them around. I never had a problem with them before. Because when I say no, I guess I sound like I mean it. Because I say no thank you, and I keep walking, and they go to somebody else. But I've heard other people say that they're terrible and intrusive and pushy, and I've never had a problem with them personally. But there are a whole lot less of them now. We're watching the people learn how to paddleboard. The water is perfect for it today. When you're first learning, you see they got them sitting down, then you start kneeling, then you try and stand. You got to kind of learn. And the slightest little bump, not even a wave, just a little bitty bump in the water will knock you down when you're first learning. It's a whole balance issue. Matter of fact, even without waves, you're going to fall some. But it's really fun. I enjoy it. There they go. So anyway, this is like, I think, station 3. I don't think I'm quite up to station 2. It's a little emptier, a little quieter. It's early in the day yet. So we're looking for some brunch. I always say one of my favorite things here is you have so many foreigners cooking some good food. I love coming here for the food. So guess where I'm going for lunch? Andox. Yeah, that shit ain't foreign, but that's some good chicken, man. No offense to the Philippines, but Andox is better than Jollibee's. And almost all of them in Iloilo are out of business. So, a good, unhealthy, greasy lunch. It reminds me of Church's Chicken in Texas. I should be on the beach looking for bikinis, because that is more important than fried chicken. But chicken ain't bad either. I've got to ask. I hear the ni hao.
Yes, sir.
Annyeonghaseyo. How many languages they got you speaking now?
Yes, sir.
How many languages you have to speak now?
Only 3 for the English, Korean, Chinese.
Okay, you haven't learned Russian yet, or German, or?
Only for project.
Oh man.
Because we don't have customer Russian. But
It's
here
just
is always Chinese, Korean, but Russian sometimes.
okay. Yeah, it's just funny hearing y'all speaking so many languages.
We speak Chinese, but about in our work, about in foods, we can speak. But if you can speak Chinese, talk, you cannot.
Yeah.
Talk. Deeper Chinese, we cannot talk.
I find that here a lot, even in English.
Yes.
Sometimes people they run out of English very
Yes, sir.
quickly. But your English is much better than my Tagalog. So I cannot complain. And no offense to the Philippines. I mean, Jollibee's is king, I know. But Andox is some good chicken.
Yes.
So
It's very cheaper.
I'm gonna go get some lunch. Thank you. I just heard you ni hao, so I had to ask. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
One of the things everybody loves here is this sand. It is the softest, just the best, unbelievable, amazing sand anywhere. I've traveled a lot. I used to live in Hawaii. I've lived in San Diego. I've done beaches all over the South Pacific, Tonga, New Caledonia, Bali. I've traveled a little bit, you know. I ain't never seen sand like this. This stuff is awesome. So, I guess it was just the heat of the day, or everyone was at lunch, because like 30 minutes later, the beach has gotten crowded again. It was just weirdly empty for a while there. And I apologize, I did not bring my gimbal, so this is not going to be as smooth as I would like it to be.
Yeah, exactly. They have a whole table of stuff.
Such is life. Boats don't seem to be doing good business. They're all here. They're not going out much. I've been watching them. They haven't been going out much at all today. That Hap Chan that I looked at last night and the Sea Breeze Buffet were both closed. The Sea Breeze Buffet is open tonight, and Hap Chan is opening tomorrow. I was walking past it and I saw they were changing light bulbs. Generally, changing light bulbs is a good sign. That means they need lights. So they were fixing all the lights up and cleaning it up. And I asked them, they said they will open tomorrow. And as I was walking past the Sea Breeze, they were already setting up the buffet. It's about 2 hours before it starts. I will not be going to it because it is a 900 peso buffet. And I am not that hungry. But I'm glad it's open, because when we come back, it's always my favorite thing to do on the last night, just to go in there and really have way too much steak. That's my thing. I'm probably gonna go home tomorrow. 2 nights might be enough. I'm just out here hanging out. My wife's out of town, and I didn't want to sit around the house by myself and be bored. So she goes out of town every, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks. She goes to the province for various things that she needs to go for. And nothing personal, but I just can't do the province. It's too far away from anything. I have to pack in my own groceries because they are 2 hours away by bus to the nearest grocery store. They have a wet market only 2 days a week. The noise is so bad, the tin roof is vibrating. Earplugs will not block that. And one of the main things, it just is, for me, absolutely boring. I'm a city boy. Could I move to the province somewhere eventually? Maybe. But I doubt it. Will I move to her family area of the province? Absolutely not. They say never say never. I assure you, that is never happening. And she's not happy about that because she loves it there, and I understand it, but I can't take it. I go maybe once a year, and that's too often. But she goes all the time for various family issues. And I figured if she's going to be gone for 3 nights, I'll come here for 2. I'll be back before she gets home. And I needed a vacation, man. I got home from the U.S. in November. Here we are, the middle of March. I have been nowhere. So I really needed a break. And this is one of my favorite places to relax. For me, this is just perfect. I would like to find an apartment here that does like a monthly rental. I know a couple people that have hotels here. Well, one has a hotel, one has a bar, whatever. But they might be able to help me find something. I asked Melanie about it. It's like, would you like to go for a month? And she's looking at me like I'm crazy, going, no, that's way too long. So we have a difference of opinion on where life should be. She could stay a month in the province, I bet, but she has no interest in staying here for like a month. I'm like, dude, are you kidding? This is like perfection to me. Some people complain about this being crowded and overbuilt. I'm like, no, this is perfect. This part's more crowded. We're at station 2, almost station 1. You go down to station 3 and it's empty. So you can get your privacy if you want it. When you're done swimming, you got all your shops, restaurants. Because if it's just a beach and nothing built up, I get bored. I mean, I swim for an hour and I'm done. What am I supposed to do the rest of the day? I love this. But as I've said, when I lived in Hawaii, Waikiki was my beach of choice. I love the built-up, fun beach. Now we got to figure out what's for dinner. What sounds good for dinner? I know what I usually say, but if I say something like pookie and rice, that's just going to sound rude, isn't it? Yeah, I can't talk that way. This is a family channel. But it is funny, I think. It shocks people, and that's part of the fun of life, is shocking people. If they know me, it wouldn't shock them. Last night I commented that it didn't look like they were doing a sunset cruises, but maybe they just have an area they go to, because the whole part out here was empty. They used to just go like back and forth. Maybe they go park somewhere, because they are loading these boats up right now for the sunset cruise. And I think it's fun. So he's sitting on that outrigger. There's a net, and you see those people out there just on the net. Crazy, crazy fun. Now when they're packed up like that, they keep it pretty calm. When I was here with my brother, there was just the 4 of us, my brother and I and our wives, and we were all having fun and cutting up. So those guys saw that we could do it, and they started really hauling ass and taking sharp turns and having a ball. I think they were having fun running the boat faster, and we were having a ball while they were doing it. But yeah, you got to kind of wade out to the boat, climb in, walk across. First time I was getting one of these boats, I was confused. I was kind of like, where do you sit? Because there's the boat crew. Where are we going to sit? And they start pointing at those nets. And I was kind of like, you're kidding, right? And no, they weren't kidding, man. But it's actually pretty fun. I recognize the I Am Iloilo sale. That was from the Ferry Regatta in February last month in Iloilo.
I generally take my trip videos, especially Boracay, and make, 4 or 6, a big playlist of videos. And I'm leaving this all somehow in one 40-minute video. Sorry, I'm not sure if anybody's going to watch the whole thing, but here we are almost to the end, and I'm just going to do one video and see how it goes. I usually get people watch about 6 minutes and they leave. So if you watch the first 6 minutes of this, you're not here right now. So we'll see. Anyway, it's a wonderful trip. It's my last night. Let's go get some drinks.
Trying to shop locally, I went to a little Sorry store. They sold me a can of Coke for 70 pesos, $1.40. That should have been, like at home, I think they're 27 or 30, I forget. You go to the 7-Eleven here, same price as at home. I think they're 34, so they're a little bit more, but not much. I don't know why the little mom and pop place was so darn high. So I've been going back to 7-Eleven. Diet Coke's hard to find, so you gotta go. But way too much, almost double. I mention that because there's a 7-Eleven coming up. It's almost sunset. The clouds making it overcast sometimes make it prettier, so it could be a really nice one. But let me see if we can get, I don't know if it's gonna lose, there's some, without too much glare, you can see tripod. Everybody's getting set up to capture the sunset for their vlog, which I should do. Just because everybody expects it, I guess. But last night, I did not get the sunset because it was happy hour. Well, guess what, boys and girls? It's happy hour again, so there's the sunset. Ain't it pretty? Yeah, bye-bye. And happy hour. The food at Niggy Niggy's, which is where I end up more often than I should. The food's a little overpriced even for here, but is amazing. Chef Mike does wonders. It is, what time is it? It is 5:45 basically. Happy hour is 5 to 7. So I have 1 hour left of 2-for-1 drinks. That's a good way to end the day. Not getting drunk, just comfortable.
Come and join the team! Give up, give up! You have no idea. Once you try it, there is a membership fee, as you must understand.
The Niggy Niggy is the big hangout for a lot of the foreigners. The drinking went on well into the evening, early morning, but didn't really get drunk, just got comfortable. Well, that was just a quick 2-night stay in Boracay. It's looking pretty good. The construction's about done. It's looking nice. Back on what we call the mainland, it's just a larger island, and a bumpy bus ride back home, unless I change my mind and go somewhere else. Change of plans. I had already paid for the ride to Otan. It's about $380, $370, I don't remember. And was on my way, and I decided to get off the bus. So we're here, over here by Melanie's family place, and I'm gonna stop in and visit because, hey man, why not? Enjoy your day in paradise.